Okay, follow up, because an old man noticed me taking videos of the circle of stones in the park and, started telling me all about the history, which is awesome. I love how friendly the people here in Wales are. It's one of the most positive things about this country. Where was I? Right, circle of stones, follow up. So, apparently 172 years ago, middle of the Victorian era, I think we all know what the Victorians were like, which will explain a lot about this story. Some dude who was a huge fan of Welsh history, but also was kind of remembered as like the greatest liar in Wales. So he just started making up a whole druidic order thing, like made up how they dressed, made up their rituals, made up their beliefs, made up everything. Maybe because he also was a huge actual history fan who was like trying to research it and then just like filled in all the holes with his own stuff and pretended it was totally real. Just gonna pause because I don't know how to feel about that, because on the one hand, like, I guess a lot of that history was wiped out, by when this place was colonized, basically. I mean, we don't think of this country as colonized, but basically it was colonized right there. All that religion was wiped out. And like people who want to practice those ancient religions, it's great if they want to research it and find out what really happened, is absolutely great. But also, like, there's holes, and like culture is kind of just people making shit up. So I'm also cool with that. I just wish he didn't lie about, which parts are true and which parts weren't. I should say which parts were original and which parts weren't. Anyway, so 172 years later, his, started druidic order is still around, still wears their funny costumes, apparently is like almost entirely filled with like Christian clergy and like upper class people who are, trying to look fancy and do the fun ritual thing, which I think is hilarious. And yeah, every year these neo-druids go to a random town in Wales and erect a bunch of standing stones and do a whole ritual thing. And if you want to go and see a bunch of clergy and rich people dress up in silly costumes and act silly and pretend to be druids, apparently it happens every August. Hopefully Google can find it for you, because fuck me if I could even understand what the name was. Yeah, that, let alone spell it. Good luck. Google fake druids, Wales, standing stones. I don't know.